Thank you for seeing me today. I have a problem with one of my major customers, and I was really hoping that you could help me.
Oh, I'll be glad to do what I can. So tell me about it.
Well, this new software startup purchased a $10,000 software system from us.
Oh, wonderful.
Except that now it has stopped paying.
Oh, okay. Well, did you have the customer sign a note as we talked about in your business plan?
Yes, we set up a note for it to pay a very minimal payment every month for 60 months. And he made the first 8 payments. I was expecting a payment yesterday, but instead he called me to say that he was having cash flow problems.
Okay.
And he wouldn't be able to make this payment. I'm so disappointed in him. The system is exactly what he needs to get his business up and going, but I don't know what to do now.
Well, the best course of action depends on how likely you think it is that he's going to pay. Do you really think that he'll be able to pay in the long run?
Well, that's exactly the problem. I know I could bring legal action on him or even force him into bankruptcy since he really can't pay right now. But I thought I'll get more if I wait and let him pay me when his business is up and running. But it would be such a bad example in front of my other clients to just let someone out of making a payment. What should I do?
Well, the situation you're describing suggests that you could restructure the note. How much do you think he could pay, and when could he start paying?
Well, he assured me that he could pay about $150 beginning as soon as next month.
Okay, well that's really good news. It sounds as though he's committed to this. Now, there's several ways to bring down the payments for your customer, but still recover your selling price.
What do you mean?
Well, the payments are calculated to pay off the note in 60 months. With a relatively high interest rate, those payments would be smaller if you extended the term of the note and let him pay over a longer period.
That's a possibility.
Or you could adjust the interest rate you're charging. Since interest rates have gone down since you signed the note, you might consider lowering his interest rate, which would also lower his payments.
Sure. It does seem that he made his purchase at a time when interest rates were a little high. I'm using a lower interest rate now for my clients.
And finally, you should consider what to do about the interest that is accumulating right now.
What do you mean?
Well, even though he missed the portion of the payment this month, he still owes interest for that. So during the period that he isn't paying, the amount of the note is actually getting larger by the amount of interest that's accumulating. Sometimes in these circumstances, you may get more in the long run by restructuring the note so that the additional interest is added to the principal and paid along with the principal instead of insisting that he pay the interest up front.
I would even consider starting over and ignoring the interest that is accumulated.
In restructuring a note, that's called forgiveness of the accrued interest, and it's certainly a possibility. In fact, since your prices include a markup over cost, you may even want to consider forgiving some of the principal just to get the payments down to a level where you can actually recover something.
I see what you mean. I actually could reduce the principal and still have the positive margin on my side. But that would be my last resort. I like your idea of offering him a restructured note that will reduce his payments to $150 a month and get him back to a current status on his new deal.
Well, do you know how much principal he owes right now?
No, how would I figure that?
Well, we can create an amortization table for you using the original parameters of the note, the principal, the interest, and the term to see what was owed after the last payment he made. Then we'll add in the accrued interest for this month.
But how will I know how to change the note?
Well, there's a lot of possibilities. We can lower the interest rate, we can extend the term, we can forgive the accrued interest, we can forgive a portion of the principal. If you like, I can make a recommendation for the restructuring and create an amortization table for the original terms and the new terms for you to consider.
That sounds great.
There's just one more thing to discuss so that you won't be surprised. When we record the restructured notes on the books this month, we'll add in an adjustment for the loss that you're likely to have because you'll be getting less from the customer than you originally planned.
But I thought you said that I'd be more likely to get money back if I restructure.
You will have better cash flows with a restructured note than you're getting right now. We just want to make this a priority to your customer.
I guess I let my enthusiasm for the customer's new business overshadow my usual caution when working with a new client. Let's go ahead.
Okay.